Hey guys, Press Bell Comic Book University, and episode 8. Yeah, just heads up, I am so totally over the critics. Pff, whatever, man. So, yeah, Claire is the smartest one there, the night nurse. Oh man, like literally, just I remember when in episode what was it 5, 6? I think it was 5. She's like, wait a second, so you telling me that I have more experience with the hand than you do? So, yeah, that was funny, and this just further proves it's like you're going there without a plan. Are you stupid? And yeah, he kind of was. So Danny freaking out of the plane was interesting. It shows just how completely out of control he is. I'm telling you, you guys, like I'd said it in my podcast number 12 and 13, the one that I actually didn't put out my podcast number 13 yet. So here's a little heads up. Saturday, tomorrow, when I put out my podcast number 13, you'll see that I also say, as I said several times, that Danny Rand isn't some great messiah of a hero. He's more of a jackass. He screws up a lot, a whole lot. So yeah, and here just showing that he's out of control all the time. Yeah, he's like not the greatest of champions. Anyway, so again, imagine now you put in the trope that, oh, here's an Asian guy who is a master of the martial arts, lovely, but he's also a jackass. Isn't that every single racial stereotype you've ever heard of the Chinese? I mean, seriously, or any kind of Asian character that you want to put in there. You know what I'm saying? Minus the Southeast Asian subcontinent. Aside from that, but yeah, seriously, like that would be the absolute worst abortion of a thing. Oh, you see my Iron Fist back there with the white? Yeah, he's right there. He's doing his next Doctor Strange. Anyway, okay, so Colleen is, yeah, I feel like she's almost relegated to a sidekick role. By the end, I don't really see that quite as much, the end of this episode, but in the beginning, yeah, like she's just kind of jumping to his defense, like, oh, he's my boyfriend. I have to protect it. That's not, God, that is not Colleen Wing. Anyway, she's still awesome in this, but she's more awesome in the comics. So, moving on, the mind games on Ward. That I don't remember the name of the guy. He's really not that important. The guy who on the board who got rid of him, the black guy who's playing golf in the office. Like just all the mind games that everybody's playing with him, including that guy, including his twice deceased father. Like messed up, man. I actually kind of feel a little bit bad for Ward at this point, except for, in the first episode, he pointed out a couple times, Danny pointed out, he's like, you kicked me in my nuts every single chance you got, and you were mean to me. So, yeah, I don't feel too bad for him, but I do a little bit. So, Joy hired Jessica Jones to get the dirt on the board. That, I think, was excellent. She didn't have to say her name. She's like, yeah, I hired a private eye to find out some dirt, and she's really good, when she's sober. That's Jessica Jones. Hi. We saw an almost direct reference. We actually heard a direct reference to Daredevil a couple of times, saying Daredevil, saying Devil of Hell's Kitchen, mentioning before the devil character and the man with unbreakable skin, and now we finally get a Jessica Jones reference, which is yes. Ward tells Joy about Dad. No, he does not. He chickens out at the end. I really like the whole blood thing. Like he keeps on seeing the blood on his hands thing. I am really digging that. It's a very nice little side touch. And these Netflix series, that's one of the things that they do. I didn't see it so much at all with Daredevil season 2, unfortunately, but all the other uh, Netflix series, the season 1 for the Marvel Netflix series, I did see, every so often there'd be that little subtle thing that, you notice or you don't notice, or it's just, you'll notice it, but like you either appreciate it or you don't even bother with it. But I do appreciate seeing stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Uh, Zhou Cheng was interesting. The Lightning Lords of Nepal. All right, that's actually where he comes from. This is actually a 2008 from the Immortal Iron Fist comic, one of the hands down best comics out there. He was played by an Australian speaking Asian guy, which was interesting, and it was actually a very brilliant touch. I think it changed it up a little bit, and the idea that he was using drunken style, not quite as good as seeing Jackie Chan doing it, but yeah, it was great memories. And I guess it's almost like, how can you have a kung fu series without having at least one drunken fighter guy in there? um, honestly, of all the fighting styles that I wouldn't have a problem going against, I think that drunken style would be the one that I would literally be like, "Yeah, no, no, thank you," because they're just so. Oh, you really have to be majorly offensive. You can't hold back offensive against these guys. You have to go all out offense and just expect that you're going to take a couple hits to the side of the head because that's what they do. Anyway, oh, also speaking on that, Baccarat, I can't actually remember what his name is now, but Bakura, I think it was, who came to visit Colleen Wing in the last episode, like her brother or something like that. He's actually in the Shadowland comics. I had to look that up. He's in the Shadowland Daredevil comics, and he was the daimyo of South America, which is cool when the ninja clan starts setting up all over the place. Very cool. They're just kind of throwing in these little characters once in a while that you either recognize them or you don't, you know? And yeah, that's really all I got in here, aside from the beating that Madame Gao kind of took at the end when she realized, okay, all these silly little games, these mind games that we're trying to play with Danny, it's just not working anymore. And yeah, I was kind of hoping he would have exploded her head, just because. But I guess she's got to continue being the big bad for now. Anyway, let's jump on to episode 9. I'm going full throttle, baby. 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I do 4 more hours of this? Let us see, shall we?